Okay, welcome everyone. Really nice that you are joining with this yin practice. Yeah, you need 2 blocks and a bolster. And let's start lying down, flat on our backs for the meditation. Yeah. Now you can choose to do the bolster underneath your knees. That's perfectly fine. And maybe let's take a block underneath our head. Now just a slight different sensation. So the back of the head is resting on the block. The legs are resting on the bolster. Just drop the feet to the outside and relax the arms. Exhale completely. Notice if you're okay in this posture. And otherwise adjust. The goal of meditation is to bring our attention inward and to start observing instead of reacting. Yeah, so do what you need. It's not about the pose, it's about our internal experience. So your 60-minute practice starts now. Now bring your awareness to the sounds around you. And it's really about just noticing the sounds. It's not really listening to the sounds, but just notice how they come in and they slowly dissolve again into the air. Maybe it's a sound close by, maybe it's a little bit further away. Just really open up your air consciousness. So from a Buddhist point of view, we have 8 types of consciousness. Yeah, ear consciousness is one of them. So just here. And then move your awareness slowly into another consciousness, the touch. So you can feel how you are positioned on the floor. Yeah, you feel the floor or your mat underneath. You notice the shape of your body, your legs, your arms. So notice where is your body touching the floor. Notice how this subtle sensation is coming into your touching consciousness. And then it dissolves again. It's ebt weg. Yeah? Now move your awareness into the touch of the clothes on your skin. Upper body, lower part of your body. And now feel yourself lying down here in this space. The sounds around you, the touch of the floor, the touch of your clothes. Now move your attention a little bit deeper inside into that feeling sensation of the breath. Now there's a constant movement. It comes up, the inhale comes up, it stays a little bit and then it slowly, slowly descends again into the exhalation. Like a wave. Just follow the breath. constant moving. So this is more the feeling consciousness. Breath awareness. And now slowly just start to notice when a thought, the thinking mind, starts again. Yeah, this is also in wave patterns. So there's a thought coming up, stays a little bit with you, and then slowly it's dissolving again into awareness, into the air. Also notice if mental activity is arising. And don't interfere, just noticing the waves. Waves of sound, waves of thinking, waves of feeling, of touch. A few more minutes in silence, just noticing all the waves. Go ahead. So notice how always one wave is more in the forefront. Yeah, maybe a thought, maybe the sound, but there are always more waves interweaving all kind of consciousness inside yourself. So there's nothing solid, it's only movement. So take a deep inhale and take a deep exhale. Now let's interweave this wave following stuff into the yin poses that we are doing. Yeah, the yin poses is a physical, energetical practice, and we combine it with the mind training. Yeah, two important ingredients of the yin. So let's take a block. Slowly come up. And you can keep the bolster underneath your knees. That's perfectly fine. The block was underneath the head, but now we're going to put the block in the back of the heart. And I like to drop my head on the floor so I have a throat opener as well. If that's too much for you, you can also choose to place a block under the head again. Make sure that the arms are open and the shoulders are in between the head and the block underneath your head. Well, it's not possible anyway in another way, so forget about it. Yeah, but what I mean to say is that the block is not too low. It's really underneath the shoulder blades, and the shoulder joint is not touching the block. Maybe that's more clear. And then rest there. You can choose, you can have a look or you can listen. You can choose to bring the soles of the feet together. Make sure that the knees are on the bolster. It's really nice to have some padding underneath. Yeah, so maybe this is nice for you to open the hips, open the heart. If that's too much, just extend the legs. Close your eyes. Notice if you're okay in this pose for the next few minutes. And then rest. And it always takes a few moments before you can enter that silence into your body. Yeah? So Take care of yourself, adjusting, wiggling forward, backwards until you have the right fit. Then relax the face. Relax the arms and exhale completely into the block. Sounds awareness. Touch awareness. Feeling awareness of the breath, physical sensations. Mental awareness. And also notice how there is that unchanging awareness as the observer in between. So there are the waves and there is stillness. Slowly start to deepen the breath. Sometimes we're totally lost in a thinking wave. And then come back to the breath, take a deep inhale and exhale. And just enter that wave of touch and feeling again. Or maybe just open up your ears and feel the sounds around you. Hear the sounds around you. Now stay in this pose, but let's do the last part of this time with the arms overhead. You can choose to grab the wrists, maybe place your hands on the other block. Yeah, like this. That's really nice. Or maybe you like to hold on to the elbows and just hover above the floor. It's all fine. Lower ribs down. Feel the stretch without force. If it's too much, just back off a little bit. Relax and breathe. So take a few more deep inhales and deep exhales. Okay. One more deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly release. Release the arms first. Take them all the way back alongside the body. Then take your knees towards each other. Slowly, maybe first it's nice to lift the head a little bit and then roll to the sides. Remove the block. remove the bolster. Take it with you to the next, and then just lie down flat on your back for a moment. Now feel that warm sensation in the upper back, maybe tingling sensation, and just feel the rebound. Okay, open your eyes. Now take the bolster and place it on the right side next to you, and then roll onto your right hip. So you're really moving like this on your elbow, and then you take the left leg on top of the bolster. The knee and the ankle is on the bolster. So today we're focusing on heart openers, and we do everything that's around the heart. So now we move into a spinal twist, and this is the target area is the thoracic spine, yeah, the mid back. So also what's surrounding the heart. Take your hands on top of each other. Take a half circle. I like to bring my right hand to my left kneecap. Bring it a little bit higher, and then slowly fall over to the left side. Now lift the right shoulder blade, move it away from the midline. Lift the head, chin in. Do that again until you notice that you are deep enough in the pose that you can feel enough, and then you can rest. So maybe you do it a few times, moving the right shoulder blade away from the midline. Maybe the knee is lower or higher. And maybe you're alone in the house, but maybe you're not alone in the house. Maybe there are sounds outside. So practice at home is different than in the studio, of course. But on the other hand, really try to do it in the same way. Give your full awareness into this moment, into the pose, into being here. So there is always distraction. But you can always find the discipline and that staying energy to stay with the pose, to stay with your awareness into this moment. Because the truth is that in our mind, we always want to be somewhere else. So we really have to train the mind to say, this moment is good for now. This moment is the best for now. And I'm just gonna sit with this moment. So let's do that. Open your heart for this moment. Sensing, feeling, relaxing. So sound aroundness, sound awareness. Now touch awareness. Notice where you hit the floor, hit the bolster. Feeling awareness, feeling the breath, feeling the aliveness, feeling the movement. Mental awareness. Noticing which wave is coming in, coming up, and dissolving again. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly release. Lie down flat on your back. So adjust and just feel the rebound. Neutral position. So notice how quickly you feel a sensation and then you start to think about it. Yeah, so try to bring some space in between experience and thinking. This is what we call the gap in between. Let's go to the other side. Yeah. So place the bolster on the left side. I will do it like this so you can still see. Turn around on the left hip. And if there's one beauty about online lessons, it's just a personal benefit, is that I can do everything along with you. So let's take the other side, spinal twist. Yeah, open up. Do it in steps. So lift the left shoulder blades, move it a little bit away. Don't pull and don't force. Really make sure that the lower part of your leg is on the bolster. Maybe you turn your head as well. Maybe your arm is just hovering above the floor. But really find your edge. Don't go too far. And especially if you're tired, or if you have a rough day, or your body feels sore, whatever it is, really be gentle. And then start to relax. Relax your muscles. And then stay still. Observing the waves coming in, coming up, dissolving again. So we have different fields of awareness. Yeah, we have different sort of consciousness. Yeah, like I said before, we have ear consciousness, we have sight consciousness, what we see. We have taste consciousness. So we have the 5 senses, and the 6th one is the mental activity. There's the touch. There's also the feeling. The breath awareness. But most of all, there's also one sort of consciousness that is always here. That's able to see what is entering into your consciousness. So this is that unchanging field of awareness, open awareness. And the more you start to notice how everything is happening in waves, yeah, every experience is having a sort of path going up, and it stays for a while, and then it dissolves again. Yeah, you start feeling not so nice, not so well, you get irritated, it stays a bit, it hits a climax, and then after it goes all the way down again, and then suddenly a new wave is coming. You feel better, you are happy again. stays a little bit, and then it's, well, this is what I mean. Everything comes up, stay, and leaves again. But you are here, you stay here, no matter what wave there is. You're not going up, you're not going down. The observer stays unchanged. And I think that's a relief. Yeah, that can give you some comfort, like a safe haven where you can reload and restore yourself. Now let's take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly come back. Neutral position. You can slide the bolster a bit away and then relax for a moment. Notice the rebound. I'm not sure if you have the same sound awareness as I have here in the studio, but it's also a wave, nothing less, nothing more. Slowly come up to the side, find your way up. We're still doing the heart center. So slowly come up, and now we are on hands and knees. Move the forehead in between, and then you can slide the hands to the outside of your mat. You can stay here, just collapse like you bring the chest down. So there's a back bend in the lower back, or you lift the head and you take your arms in an active pose, so only the hands are on the floor, and then you lower down the chin. But this is also an option, just like this. So really make sure that you find your option. Just the target area in this pose is to lengthen the spine, to open the chest, and to meet the resistance in the shoulders. If the resistance is too much in the shoulders, just bend the elbows and open and widen the arms a little bit more. Now, relax the feet, and maybe it's difficult to find your appropriate edge because we have the tendency to do a little bit more in an active way in this pose. Yeah, so really find your center, your middle, the best way you can do this pose and still relaxing, but also stimulating the target areas. So for me, it means I can easily do my chin on the floor, but then I'm working too hard. Well, actually, I'm not. This is nicer. And so you have to explore. Some days are different than other days. Find your breath again. Notice the waves coming in, going out. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly come back. Take the hands next to the ears. Find your way up. Now, let's take the right leg to the side. And if you were here with me this morning, you did already that class, the yoga and strength building. We did it in a dynamic way. We're not going to do that. Today, we're going to do it, of course, in a yin way. So the right leg is to the sides. The knee, maybe you need a blanket underneath the knees like this. The knee and the foot are in the same line. You take the left arm and you take it all the way to the right side. Now still have a look. The idea is that you open the right arm all the way over. Now my left foot is moving inward. That's perfectly fine. You can take the arm like this, or maybe you like to have it like this. That's fine. So you really turn and look towards the ceiling. You can slightly bend the right leg. It's not about the right leg. It's about opening, stimulating the left upper back. Now we, step by step, we take all the areas around the heart. Now you can look to one point or you can close your eyes, whatever you prefer. You can engage your core a little bit. So each pose is also a wave. Yeah, you enter the wave, the pose, you stay there for a time, and then slowly we unwind out of the pose. So by staying in the pose, just noticing what happens in this wave time, you're practicing already to stay, to let go of your attachments. Maybe you prefer or not prefer this wave, but you're still in it, so just be here, relaxing. You notice it will change again. Relax the face, relax the eyes, relax your breath. Take one more deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly take your right arm all the way back. Be careful, slowly lift yourself up. Take your knees together. Place your belly on your knees and then make yourself as round as possible. Arms back, child pose, yeah? And it's really nice if you're here in this rounded child pose to deepen the breath a little bit, because in this way you massage your inner organs, your belly, your digestive system. And you also feel the back of the heart, yeah, the shoulder blades, the upper back. You feel that expansion there. Yeah, if you really bring the inhales to that back body, you really feel resistance, tension there. And just exhale all the way into the thighs, into the belly. So again, by the inhalation, you press the belly against the thighs and you expand the back body. And then you relax it. So let's do that 5 more times in your own pace. Very long, deep, conscious breathing. One more time. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay, slowly lift the head. Stay here. Hold on to the heels, chin to the chest. Place the crown of the head on the floor. Lift the hips. And then move the shoulders away from the ears. Find your breath. Now let go of the heels. Interlace your fingers. Move your weight a little bit more for a rabbit pose onto the top of the head and take your arms overhead. Keep lifting the hips. Be careful, be gentle. It's not a contest. It's just feeling and meeting the resistance. So be nice for the resistance. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay, slowly release. Come up, all fours. Take your left leg to the side. Take your right arm all the way towards the left foot. Lower down. Maybe you need a bolster. Maybe the shoulder is hovering. Now, I like to start looking up to the ceiling. Now the right foot is moving in. I take my left arm over. I drop the arm and then I stay here. You can also bend. The left knee and take it in. Yeah, it's not about the leg. You can find with the right hand the outside of your left foot. Engage your core a little bit. So you can choose. Yeah. Look to the ceiling. Notice the weight is on the upper body, upper shoulder. Rest and surrender here. Now, maybe you feel resistance in the neck. That is also possible. Neck stretch is this. If it's too intense, do a little bit less or come out of the pose a little bit sooner. Take a few more deep inhales and deep exhales. Let's do one more deep inhale Deep exhale. Okay, take your left arm back. Be careful. Slowly come out of the pose. Lie down, flat on your belly. Sphinx pose. Close your eyes. Relax your legs. Relax your glutes. So what has the lower back, because this is the target area, what has the lower back to do with the heart opening? If this is the theme of the class, now think for yourself, why should you do a back bend for the lower back in addition to heart opening? You can also bend the knees if you like. And then you can also straighten the arms and come high. If it's too much for your SE joint, just widen the legs a little. Now notice the shape of your lower back. Yeah, this is a hollowing, a back bend. You can just stay in Sphinx pose, but I will show you what it has to do with the heart opener. If we are sitting and standing and walking, where most of the time we're slowly start to collapse a little bit. Yeah, we're sitting like this, then we want to see, so there's the arch in the neck. And if you can see, my lower back is rounding more now. Yeah, so the muscles of the lower back start to getting weak. If we move into this Sphinx pose where you are in, we're strengthening the lower back and the heart comes up. The shoulders move away. And now the tendency, some people are like this, now the tendency is to engage your core. So the core and the lower back are working together and you still have that opening in the chest. The shoulder joints can move backwards because they have the tendency to collapse, to crush the heart area, to round the lower back. Yeah, so it all has to do, if the lower back is stronger, it means you are more easily into the back bends. Then it's easier to open the chest. Yeah, so it all has a connection with each other. If you like, you can open, you can intensify the back bend in seal pose, but it doesn't have to be like this. Yeah, let's take a few more deep inhales. Deep exhales. Slide your elbows to the sides. Place your hands on top of each other and rest for a moment. Okay, lift the head, take a look. Take your left arm to the side, the right hand's underneath the shoulder, bend the right leg. And now we open in this way. Now you can take the right arm all the way behind, yeah, like we did before. Maybe you notice the same sort of shape as we did in this one. Yeah. But now we don't target the outside of the body, but the inside of the shoulder and the inner arm and the what is it? The left side of your chest. Yeah. Left side of your heart. You can bend both knees. Maybe you like to straighten both knees. Maybe you take both knees in, so there's less pressure on the front, but more on the inside of your arm. Place a block or a bolster underneath your head. So really take time to adjust, to find your shape. And then we stay as still as possible. Relax your muscles. Notice the waves coming in, going up, staying for a moment, and then dissolving again. So relax again. Waves are coming in, but you are just observing them. Open awareness. So you can notice how tired you are. You can notice how depressed you are. You can notice how happy you are. You can notice how frustrated you are. You can notice how crippled, if your body is not working with you, you are. You can notice how worried you are. You can notice all those waves. And of course, you're affected by it, but the practice is actually to disidentify with it. So move a little bit away and just see it as a wave. Okay, I'm totally tired today, but it's not really that I'm tired. My body is tired. My mind is tired. But your awareness isn't capable of being tired. I hope you can still follow. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay, slowly, slowly come out of the pose. Turn your head. Lie down on your belly. Turn your head the other side and take your arms all the way back and rest. Relax. Become heavy. Now take your left hand underneath your left shoulder, lift the head. Move your right arm to the right side, shoulder height. Bend the left leg and then roll over. Chin in, or maybe you look up. Take your arm behind, or maybe you stay here. Find your pose. And notice the difference. And really search for your variation. And of course, the next step is to notice that you are not the waves, but you are the ocean. Yeah. So when you train your awareness a little bit more, in the end, the observer also is dissolving. And there's just only the experience, only the water. And this happens. Yeah. It's not something that you can do or train. You're just be whatever the wave is. And you have always that resting quality with you, that flowing quality of the water with you. Target area, inner arm, shoulder, right side of the chest and heart area. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay. Be careful, slowly come back. This time we turn our head the other side. Ooh la la. Relax and feel. Okay, slowly bring both hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under. Stretch yourself out in downward facing dog, just for a moment. Shake the head, you can pedal the feet. Maybe move the hips. Okay, and then you bend the knees. And prepare yourself for Shavasana. Bolster underneath your knees. Same way as we did the meditation in the beginning. You can cover yourself with a blanket. Do please stay with me the last few minutes. If you like, you can place your fingertips onto the heart, other hand on the belly, relaxing the elbows, relaxing the legs. And come back to that sound awareness, touch awareness, feeling awareness, mental awareness. And rest in the center. Observing it all, and maybe the observer dissolves as well, just for a moment. So enjoy. Now you can choose to sit the last 2 to 3 minutes sitting, or you stay exactly where you are right now. Bring your awareness into the center, into the chest area, into the heart area. You don't have to open your heart because your heart is already open or closed. The heart is just a heart. Just notice this area. So this is the end of your yin practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you check the schedule because we changed the times again because it's now only online. So on Wednesday evening, the yin is at 7:30 again. And from now on, the yin is on Monday and Friday, 5:30. Yeah, so more people can join who doesn't have the luxury of doing it at 4 because of work. Yeah, so hope to see you next time. Stay healthy and I see you soon. Bye. Thank you. Oké, dag allemaal. Bye, bye, bye. Ja, daar was ik benieuwd naar, Rut, hoe mijn gong klonk. Want we hebben nu deze nieuwe geluidset, maar daar klinkt hij dus ook niet zo lekker. Nee, dat klopt. Je moet thuis gewoon een gongetje doen en even opslaan. Oké, see you next time. Bye, bye, bye allemaal.